In a server-side rendering application, we have what is called stream rendering, which allows us to improve the smoothness of our application.
Hello, this is Kazimierz Spin. Welcome to the Code with Kazik channel, where I demonstrate how to effectively learn programming and become a successful programmer.
Let's assume we have a page where we first fetch data from a database and then display it to the user. This is essentially how most websites work. Here, we have a nice example in the weather component. We have data fetching and assigning it to the forecast list on initialization, and then it is displayed in a table on our view using a for each loop. Additionally, we have an artificial delay of 500 milliseconds to demonstrate how it works. This stream rendering, just like how data is usually fetched from a database, always takes a fraction of a second. So, we will increase this to 2000 milliseconds to make our method pause for 2 seconds at this point. Additionally, I will comment out this stream rendering, run the application, and see how it works now. So, I'm on the home page of our application, and I click on the Weather tab. I click it now, and notice that nothing happens. Only after a moment does the page load. So, look again. I go to Home, click on Weather. Nothing changes here. Nothing updates at the top. Only after those 2 seconds does the title update, and our web page appears. So, if we were fetching some data from the database on this page, and it actually took a bit longer, unfortunately our application would run very slowly, and it wouldn't be user-friendly. Even clicking this button sometimes, you don't know if it was clicked at all because nothing happens. And only after a moment does the view appear, so it's just an unattractive behavior. And this is where stream rendering comes into play, which will help us display this data in a user-friendly way. So, let's go back to the code. I will uncomment this attribute here, and in a moment we will restart the application. So look, the attribute is added here, stream, rendering, and the value is set to true here. So we enable stream rendering on this page. I start the application and see how this transition looks now. I click on the weather tab and the weather view appears immediately, and we still have this loading message here informing us that some data is being fetched, for example, from the database, and that we need to wait a moment. So this solution is very user-friendly. If you click on the tab, it changes immediately, and even if the data takes a long time to load, because 2 seconds is a lot, the view still appears quickly, but you have to wait a moment for the data, so it is very user-friendly. So you will admit that the effect is much better now. During loading, you can display anything, any HTML. It can be just a message like this loading message, but it can also be a loader, spinner, or placeholder, as is the case on YouTube, where first only gray thumbnails and content outlines are displayed, and only after a while the actual data. So that's it.
That's all for today. If you enjoyed this film, be sure to join my community, where you'll also have access to exclusive additional materials and, most importantly, fantastic special bonuses. The registration link is located in the description box below the video. See you in the next episode.